Hello everybody, Sneakbee here from Sneakbee Gaming, just coming back into the Lord of the Rings online, running my Warden from basically from nothing all the way through Cap. Going to try to do this mostly solo. I might jump into a fellowship here and there, but it'll be a pickup thing. Probably not. I want to try to do this solo, just because I enjoy the game. I'm going to play it at my speed and everything. I am back at the, where is this? This is the watchtower, stock tower, if you will. This is one of the sites of the Shire. And what I love about this, and just the lore of the Lord of the Rings, is right down here, you actually see a little ferry crossing. And if anybody remembers the Fellowship of the Ring, there's a little ferry here. Frodo and Sam and Merry and Pippin were all caught up over here. Farmer Maggot's field is over here. Merry and Pippin were sneaking, we'll just say sneaking. Yeah, I'm not going to say thieving. Some mushrooms out there. You notice there's lots of mushrooms in this area because it's a little swampy area. But they're gathering up some mushrooms for themselves rather than buying it. And they ran into their friends, and they actually were being chased by the Black Riders, and they got to the ferry. The ferry actually carried them across the river here, and this is the ferry. And so if that's the case, then over here is Buckland. Now, I'm not going to swim that dirty, muddy water. I've done that in the past. But right there is the Brandy Buck Bridge, or Brandywine Bridge. I can't remember what they call it. And so we're going to go ahead and come over here and jump out there. I do want to spend a little bit of time in Buckland and actually going into the Dark Forest, because even though it's not part of the main quest line, I do find it interesting going up in there and really working through that. I'm going to come back here later and continue some quests and come out when I'm really over level and take care of some of the wolves and stuff. Probably won't do. I may do it through the quest chain, even though I'll be way over level. But this is actually taking me out of the Shire. So everybody, say goodbye to the Shire, and welcome to Breeland. So we want to come over here. I'm now in a new land. If I go ahead and pull open a map, you'll notice that no longer are we looking at the Shire. The Shire is back over on this area. This is where we've been running around quite a bit. But now we're in the Breeland, and we're going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time in the Breeland and in the Old Forest. You can actually zoom in on the Old Forest and see some things up over here that are out there. I may run a explorer quest up in here, because there's 3 or 4 items that you can find up here. Just get you some Lotro points. I think there's the lilies of the forest, and there's some locations that you can find. So there's a couple of explorer deeds up in there. I'm going to go ahead and run those, and then we'll run a few of these quests over here. The actual quest chain is going to take me over here into Bree, and you'll notice there's the here's Bree, if you will, and right here is the Tavern Keep. There's a healer, minstrel, trainer, bard in there, some vault keepers around. So there's lots of things that we can do. We're going to discover our stable masters as we go through, but that's the plan for right now. It's getting dark, and I can think of no better time than nighttime to go into the Old Forest. So let's see if we have some quests that we can gather up here that will give us a reason to go into the Old Forest. Now, I will tell you that the quest chains for the quest chain for the epic quest will bring me back and forth over here. But I just want to go ahead and see if I can pick up some quests. And it'll take me into the Old Forest here. Yeah, I'm coming up on them. There they are. Apples. Okay, don't get distracted. There's the stable master. Got to find the stable master. Got to talk to him so I can get back here easily.
Hello there.
So I can go from the Shire to Stock. So eventually I'll find West Bree and Adso's camp. Make it easier for us to get around here again. By the way, if you die, this is where you respawn. And we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to jump off my horse. Won't need to be on that for a while.
Might I have a word with you?
These are level 15 quests. I am level 12. It's really right at the top edge of where you can go. Defeat wolves in the western Old Forest. I'm going to do it. What does he want me to do? He wants me to defeat bats. Wolves and bats, that sounds good. And then last is bears.
Moment of your time.
So this will actually help me get up to that,
Might
area.
I speak with you a moment?
Woodcutter's Tail. This again, quest level 15. I'm at 12, almost 13. I should go ahead and level up fairly easily from here. But I need to collect some lumber, get some mushrooms, collect a bucket of maple sap. So we're going to go ahead and accept those. And if you'll notice, I actually have a full quest line here. I have my prologue. I've got the forest wolves, bats, and bears. And then, go out there and do this. So I'm actually going to set this as my quest guide focus, because when I get into this scary area here, the Old Forest Tunnel, and if I zoom in on the Old Forest, you'll notice that there's, this is the area that I'm trying to work through. We're just going to go ahead and walk through that. We're going to find what we need to find, and we'll go on from there. As I just go through here, I guarantee I'm going to run into those bats and bears and anything else I might need to find. So I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit and see if I can find what's going on. Now, one thing that I would point out is that I am a prospector, but I'm not a journeyman yet. And so I can't get this barrel iron deposit. I'm going to hold off on crafting. Again, when I come back to complete some of these quests, I want to do that. Man, they did a really good job here. They've rebuilt this as well. This fog is not something that I remember. The detail, while again it's kind of cartoonish in some cases, is still out there. Now this ash branch, by the way, that is not the wood that we're looking for. That is actually the another type of for our woodcutters. You can go out there and cut that. Man, look at that. There's a nice little fog layer that I can work through. Okay. Let's see if we can continue through this area and find savory mushrooms. So I like to just click on them, press U, it walks me right up to them. I go ahead and pick them up. And we're going to continue on through with our quest line here. I'm going to make my way over to this ring here. Also, if you look on the mini-map here, there are some red critters here in a minute. We're going to run into some bats. We're going to run into that broken oak root. Let's just fight this just for a second, because I got to get that mushroom anyway. Notice that he could hit me from far away. Not fair, but you know what? Whatever I got to do this, we'll take care of that. There's that bat. You notice it's level 15. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take him out easily, or if, yep, I can damage him. If they're too far ahead of you, you can't even damage them. Alright, defeated a bat. If you notice behind me, there's some red dots. Those are the forest hunters. There's the wood pile I'm looking for. I find it funny, you can put all this stuff in your pockets. So I've got wood, I've got javelins, everything along those lines. And I'm not even equipped, I didn't even equip my, oh man, how bad is that? I talked about getting that new javelin and I forgot to equip it. This should be a little bit easier for me now. Where am I going? I need to go hunt some of these red dots here. Doesn't like me going that way. Up there's a savory mushroom and a bat. Let's take care of the bat first. I do like whenever I'm soloing to go ahead and ambush, just because it gives me a chance to get a couple of good licks in before they do something there. Take the mushroom. Over here, if you'll notice, there's a cocoon. I'm not supposed to be worried about those right now, but anytime I find a cocoon, I'm going to go ahead and open it. Because if you remember, the spiders, and there's spiders in this area, they like to gather things up and put them in cocoons, and I actually got some silver out of that. So let's go get that mushroom again. Slowly pick up some of these. Go find our bats. That's not a bat. That's actually a doggy. Alright, so I am 5 of 12 on the bats, 7 of 8 on my mushrooms. Notice I have a deed bestowed. Basically, I'm finding the areas of the old forest. We're going to go ahead and run through that and see what we can do from there. Ambush again. Too far away. I love how yelling at these critters actually hurts them. But you know what? I always have bad breath. And this should take care of the bats. Yes, it does. So, don't need more bats, but I'll probably get attacked by one. Oh, dad blast it. Oh, he stunned me. Get a few licks in, buddy. Last few licks you're going to get from me. I want these mushrooms. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so that's the mushrooms. I'm going to go ahead and step back a little bit, get away from some of those guys, and find out where I need to go from here. Looks like I just need to make my way up in this area. Since I don't need any more bats, I'm just going to kind of wander my way around those. Until I start to find some other things like wolves. This also really gets you into that Deeds of the Shire, or I'm sorry, Deeds of the Old thing. There should be a hill up here. I don't want to get too close to the oak wood. Man, I know I've said this a bunch of times in this series, but the rework that they didn't need to come back here and do rework, but they did. This hill has actually been reworked quite a bit. So I am going to come up here, find this little maple, gather what I need to gather from there, press U. Now I'm carrying some lumber, I'm carrying the ears of the bats, bat wings, I'm carrying some maple, and I am still going to fight those forest bears and forest wolves. Okay. So bears and wolves are what I need to find now. That would be a wolf. So let's see how tough these guys are for a level 12, almost level 13 character. Not too bad. Alright, so looks like it was a good plan to go ahead and pick up those level 15 quests down through here. Oh, there's a bear. I'll go ahead and ambush this one. See if I can put a bleed on him. Get my defenses up. He's yelling at me, I'm yelling at him. It's just a noisy battle. Kind of sounds like Chewbacca, and I don't know if anybody saw the news. I'm sorry if this is not something you wanted to hear about, but the actor that played Chewbacca actually passed away not too long ago. Matter of fact, I think it was today or yesterday. So, kind of sad news on that front, but he is quite old, but it's still kind of sad to know that those characters from my youth are passing on. There we go. I'm picking things up and I don't know what they are, so we'll eventually turn some of these things in and run from there. Looks like we're about 20 minutes in on our video, so we'll continue, see if we can find more of these bears and dogs, wolves if you will. I did find Bald Hill. It's one of the areas you have to find. That's a force hunter. Sneak up on him a little bit. New deed, enmity of the wolves. Travel to Bree because now I'm 13. Yes, going to do it. Hobnobbins, not going to do it. And there's that bead, enmity of the wolves. Reason I didn't get that earlier was because I hadn't killed a wolf at the right level. Stoop for a stone is what we'll get. We need to kill 50 wolves. Once we get that, then we can actually do this. You'll notice that this is a hobbit trait, if you will. We can throw a stone, and that allows us to daze the whoever we're hitting, and we can also do a break chance after 1 second. So we'll continue on from there. Let's see, what's that? That's the sentinel. That's the bear. Where is he? He's around here. However, I'm going to have to run around this tree because there's a forest hunter. So different classes have different traits in here. I did run a hunter for a little while, and the hunters can actually track these guys. So you can actually, if you have a hunter, they can do a tracking to where they can say, where's the wolf? And if you're looking for a particular critter and you're close enough, then your hunters can actually track him for you. And help you, track them down. Not a hunter, I'm just a warden. One of the nice traits that the warden will have, ooh, that's a spider. I don't like spiders. Actually, I don't care. I'm going to attack the spider because you always take care of the spiders. Even though they poison you, yeah. See how that spider there snuck up on me, tried to get me from the back? That's why you don't like spiders. I don't think they have snakes in Lord of the Rings online. I know Token didn't ever talk about snakes. Not really uncommon because he was from England, and I know they have some snakes over there, but it's not something that you're like, oh man, the British and the snakes. Just always something we think about, right? It really isn't. So, I don't know if that's why he didn't write about snakes, but I do know that I'm going to have to run away. Take some health potions, do a little bit of running. This is kind of what happened last time. I was in the middle of fighting. I got down really low. I had a bleed on me. I took out the bear, and all of a sudden, I just keeled over. There's a level 93 guy running through here. Look at that. 25,000 health. There are times where you come out there, and he must be just looking for something, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and let him do his thing. The cool thing about MMOs is occasionally you'll see just a random guy running through the forest, and you say hi. Okay, I need to keep heading over this way to find more wolves and bears. I do want to stay away from the gloomwings because I've already fought them. No reason to keep that up. By the way, deep episode, spiders. And in this case, you get a race. Overcome your humble aims, get +2 might. Gotta kill 50 spiders. We'll do that. No doubt in my mind that we will take care of 50 spiders. It's one of those things that you know you're going to do. No need to even try to look for spiders. Especially since I'm looking for other items. I got some rushlight candles. What do we have up here? Just a lot of bats in this area. A lot of bats in my belfry. I'm going to run over here, bringing that bat with me. But I do want to see if I can. Yep, there it is. Okay, so looks like we're about a minute or two away from finishing this episode. Keep it to 30 minutes. I'm going to continue to record until I finish up my guys here. However, I will tell you that I will be cutting out some of this content just because there's really a reason for you to watch me kill another 10 bears and 5 wolves. I mean, it's more of the same thing. You walk up to them, you ambush them, click 1, 2, 3, enter, 1, 2, enter, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and continue my quest to take out the bears and the wolves. And if I run into anything interesting, I will be back with you. Alright, got a little bit of a situation going here. Get into a fight here. Looks like I've got maybe 4 or 5 bears left to go. But I'm going to get in this fight here. This bear is going to take me down a little bit. And want to talk about what happens whenever you get really low on health and things of that nature. So, hold on just a minute. Be starting my in-game commentary in about... looks like about 10 seconds when this fight gets over here. Notice I went ahead and fought 2 bears back to back. I had a bleed going. That's what that red blob is there. And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. So here we're coming back into the in-game recorded commentary right in just a couple of seconds. Okay, if you'll notice here I have a serious wound, 32 common damage every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. That means that's 320 damage, but I was healing because I was out of out of combat for a little bit. You'll notice I have a couple of things here. I'm eating some trail food. I have some Into the Fray, Peace and Quiet, extra glory gain. We'll go ahead and run through that. I've only got 2 more of these bears to go. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can knock these out with these yearlings and these cubs. Oops. Let's go ahead and attack him versus attacking myself. I need to run away, run away. He's only got 77 left. I just need a little bit here. There we go. Okay, I'm out of combat. I'm getting a bigger health pool regen, and also the bleed is gone. I was very close. I was down to 50. I don't like that. I don't like being down that low. One more bear to go, and I've got a yearling, I've got a mother, and I got the cub. 510, 596, 354. You know what? I think I want the yearling because he's very, very... Oh, that's a dog. I don't need a dog. I need the cub. Okay. So let's go ahead and let the health get up above 500 or 600 here, and we will start the process again to finish this quest chain up, and then we're going to run back and turn in our stuff, and we'll see where we are at that point. Okay, so ambush, critical strike, right? Yep, critical strike. And now I'm doing my normal rotation, 2 spears, 2 shields, and in between there I'm running the gamut chain. And even though I don't need to, the yells, and then I do a couple others, 1, 3, enter, 2, 3, and that is it. Okay, at this point I just need to get out of here. I need to get back to where I was coming from. So I am going to just ride like the wind, bullseye. Sapphire, not bullseye. We're going to go ahead and ride like the wind, Sapphire. And as we do this, we may pick up some people chasing us, but you know what? It's kind of scary in here, and I need to get out of here. Alright. Bat, follow me. Is he following me? Yes, he is. I'm in combat. Oh no! Let's come on down here. This is a interesting spot here. If you remember Bonfire Glade, the lore of this area is that the hobbits from Buckland actually got a little upset at the trees because the trees were moving in. They were attacking the hedge, and so many years ago they ran in, fought all the trees, chopped a bunch down, and basically said no more, made a big bonfire. And as part of that, the trees aren't growing there. Okay, thanks for all your help. It's needed that sap. Finish now. Get some money, some silver.
Stay a moment.
Tells me there's some more trouble up here. We can go and talk to that. I'm going to go ahead and leave that one. I want to go ahead and move into the actual
What do you need?
wherever I'm going.
How rude!
Bree. Yeah, rude. And all these guys are doing is giving me money. But it was fun to go out there and work through that. If I wanted to go out and fight 24 spiders, I could. They're level 16. I'm level 13, almost 14. Probably could do it, but do I really need to have that shield? Man, it might be nice. I'll go ahead and accept it. May come back here and do this afterwards. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and make my way into Bree. So thanks everybody for watching. This is Snigby signing off. Everybody have a great day. If you like this content, want to see more, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you're watching, think about subscribing and also tell your friends. I'm trying to grow this channel to go out there. I am just recording this on a headset, so voice quality is a little bit low right now. I realize that, but if the channel doesn't go anywhere, I don't need to go out and spend money on a big mic. However, if I get, let's say, 100 subscribers, I'll go ahead and buy me a new mic that has directional, put that on the the voice channel, and we'll get this this channel moving as we go forward. So, once again, this is Sneak Bee signing off, and everybody, thanks and have a great day. Bye bye.